Every year, over 1,600 people vanish without a trace in U.S. wilderness areas. Never found, never explained. Rangers call them clean disappearances. No blood, no struggle, no scent trail, just gone. What if those vanishings weren't isolated? What if someone, something, was watching from the trees? Tonight, you'll hear what really happened to the ones who came back. These are 25 chilling tales of remote area terror, true stories, and one miracle. I'd never believed in miracles, especially not the kind that walk out of the forest 13 years after their presumed death, with no memory, and not a single day older. Her name was Anna Greaves. She disappeared from Pine Bend Trail in 2012. Her torn backpack, a shoe, and a necklace were found. A park ranger swore he saw her standing barefoot on a rock bluff days later, but when he climbed up to help her, she was gone. Search dogs went mad near the bluff, refused to go further. One even collapsed from a seizure. Case closed, as lost to elements. Until Anna walked into a Montana sheriff's office in April 2025, looking like she did in her last photo. 22, unharmed, confused, and absolutely terrified. The crying tree in the Cascades, a hunter named Lyle Ramsey, vanished after telling friends he kept hearing crying from deep within the forest. The cries weren't human, but they mimicked the sound of a baby, high-pitched, desperate. They found his camp shredded to ribbons, tent ripped in spirals, trees clawed 10 feet up. Weeks later, a hiker found Lyle, naked, staring at a tree, muttering, "It still cries when you sleep." He died the next morning. The Signal, a group of amateur radio operators hiking in Colorado, picked up a strange repeating signal. "We hear you. We see you." They thought it was a prank, until one by one each of their phones began ringing. Unknown number, no voice, just breathing. That night, their GPS devices failed. One of them, an ex-military comms tech, vanished from his tent. All that was left, a radio headset, still broadcasting. "You're next." Two spelunkers entered a mapped cave in Utah. Their GoPros caught it all. They laughed at the ancient symbols, until they noticed fresh ones being carved deeper in the stone. While they stood there, one of them screamed. The footage ends with the camera toppling. His body was found weeks later, outside the cave, his arms carved with the same runes. The other was never found. Campers in Oregon claimed a girl in white followed them for hours. She never blinked, never spoke. They ran, but she always reappeared at the edge of the woods. A ranger investigating the report saw her, too. His dashcam caught her reflection in the mirror, smiling. He quit the next day. Her description matched that of a girl who drowned in a nearby lake in 1974. Appalachian Trail hikers whisper of the whistler, who mimics tunes whistled by campers. One woman documented it on TikTok. She whistled "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." Moments later, the same tune, slower, echoing back. Her last video, a shadow figure standing behind her, still whistling. She was never found. A child went missing in Alaska, rescued 3 days later, naked but unharmed. "The Hollow Man kept me warm," he said. He drew a figure with no face, no hands, just black holes. When asked where the Hollow Man lived, he pointed behind the ranger station, where 3 other children had gone missing in the past decade. Night hikers in Arizona heard a woman screaming for help. When they found her, she wasn't screaming, just standing, mouth wide, soundless. Then came the real scream. from above. None of them remember what happened after that. They were found wandering, dazed, 10 miles from the site. 2 brothers went camping. One came back, but his family said he was off, different. He suddenly hated foods he used to love, forgot their dog's name, called their mother the woman. Years later, DNA tests showed he wasn't the real brother. The real one is still missing. A solo backpacker found an old log cabin deep in a forest that wasn't on any map. He stayed the night. He woke up underground, half buried in dirt. The cabin had vanished. In the bayous of Louisiana, locals speak of a creature made of moss and rot. A group of college students dared each other to find it. Only one came back. He was covered in moss, silent, eyes green and glowing. He hasn't spoken since. A hiker in Yosemite kept hearing footsteps behind her. Every time she stopped, the steps stopped too. She called out. Her own voice replied, but it came from a completely different direction. She ran. She never saw who or what was echoing her voice. 2 climbers crossed an old rope bridge in the Rockies. Halfway across, one of them looked down. He swears he saw faces staring up from the chasm, hands reaching up. The bridge snapped moments later. The other climber was never found. A nature photographer posted her final image, a blurred, towering shape in the mist. "What is this?" She captioned it. That was the last anyone heard from her. Her camera was found, lens cracked. The memory card had only one file, the image and a new name. "We are still watching." A man backpacking alone zipped into his tent and went to sleep. A nearby camper saw the whole thing. 10 minutes later, the tent was gone, just flattened grass. No footsteps, no sounds, like it was pulled underground. Locals warn never to camp near Stillwater Lake after sunset. A pair of teens did anyway. They recorded laughter coming from the water. At dawn, only one was left, eyes bloodshot, face split by a permanent grin. He never stopped laughing. 2 friends climbed Devil's Thumb in Alaska. Their satellite phone pinged for 36 hours straight, always sending the same message, still climbing. They were found frozen halfway up, hands raw, eyes wide, ropes tied to nothing. Drone footage from a lost hiker search showed something chilling. Trees, shifting, slowly, deliberately. Rescue teams refused to go further. The footage was confiscated. The pilot, missing. His drone still uploads occasional forest images from inside. Campers in New Mexico reported hearing bells deep in the desert, always right before a dust storm. Survivors say the wind didn't carry dust, it carried whispers. Those who heard the bells at night vanished by morning, no trace. Every sunset, a family's cabin window reflected a silhouette near the tree line, always standing, watching. When they approached, it disappeared. One night, the reflection showed it inside the cabin. The family fled. They never went back. Back to Anna Greaves. After weeks of tests, doctors confirmed it. She hadn't aged. She remembered nothing until she passed a mirror. She screamed, said the reflection wasn't hers, said she remembered now, a white room in the woods. Screams below her, a door that asked questions. She escaped when it got distracted. Anna's blood held unknown proteins. One scientist called it engineered. Then she vanished again. Only one clue left, a note scribbled on the hospital wall. They live where silence falls, but hope follows the noise. Keep singing.